There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up.
Achso, es geht auch nach rechts.
I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me. There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Scheint, als hätte Aurora noch eine Chance gefunden,
Do
zurückzuschlagen.
you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Auroron wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Citlali sieht sehr besorgt aus. Der Hilferufsymbol von vorher nach zu urteilen wurde Auroron tatsächlich von den Fatui festgehalten. Angesichts des zahlenmäßigen Unterschieds konnte er sie sehr wahrscheinlich nicht überwältigen.
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, we should split up as well. I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later. Auroron, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. Oh, you little brat.
Bis er da oben steht so, oh, weiter zu.
And out she goes. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well?
Ja.
Once Citlali left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
Telepathie funktioniert also nicht in beide
So
Richtungen.
you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
Ich glaube nicht, dass Citlali etwas bemerkt hat.
She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect.
Vielleicht ist sie auch aber aufgeregter.
If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
Ich mag sie bisher, ich finde sie cool. Bisschen verschroben, aber das war ja klar.
Bring it! Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead.
Warte mal, lädt das auch die andere Leiste eigentlich auf? Nee. Hier gibt es Spuren von Phlogiston, aber...
Did you find something?
Ich habe Spuren von Phlogiston gefunden.
Huh.
Ich habe schon vergessen, wie
So
sie
we
aussprechen.
can't tell where Auroron might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make
Phlogiston.
anything of these footprints either.
Was ist da vorne?
But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
Paimon hat recht, das ist alles sehr seltsam. Außerdem...
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
Ja. Wer spricht da? Wie viel Prozent hast du in Nordland? Keine Ahnung, kaum was. Ich spiele bloß die Story. Das Königreich der Nacht, wieso bin ich plötzlich hier? Da ist
I'm
es
very
Brad.
sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you.
Ich muss zugeben, seine Stimme habe ich mir anders vorgestellt.
I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. and given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Auroran, the one you've been searching for.
Okay, ich muss zugeben, das sieht cool aus. Ich habe den bisher immer bloß so von den Bildern gesehen und da fand ich ihn irgendwie nicht so cool. Jetzt, wenn man so nah dran steht, schaut er doch irgendwie ganz cool aus mit den 2 Augen. Bist du aus dem Gewahrsam der Fatui entkommen?
Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
Oh no, es ist Capitano.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
It was I who tasked Auroran with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
Ihr arbeitet also zusammen.
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person. I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
Ich muss aber zugeben, jetzt wo ich sie nochmal gehört habe, ich bin ein bisschen enttäuscht von der Capitano-Stimme. Ich würd sie lieber so Darth Vader-mäßig haben. Also so ein bisschen mehr roboterhaft irgendwie. Wird wahrscheinlich für mich cooler wirken. Aber ist wahrscheinlich auch bloß, weil er halt ein bisschen so Darth Vader-Style-mäßig ausschaut.
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
Ah, alles in Ordnung. Wurde meine Seele soeben gewaltsam aus meinem Körper entfernt, würde erklären, warum ich Paimon überhaupt nicht hören konnte.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
Citlali! He froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
Mir geht's gut, mir war nur etwas schwindelig.
Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
Wenn sie nicht gelogen haben und vernünftige Gründe für ihr Handeln haben, sollte ich ihnen vertrauen. Ich könnte Citlali und Paimon auch die Wahrheit sagen, aber das würde bedeuten, dass ich die neue Spur aufgebe. Noch nicht viele mit der Fatui den Meistern des Nachtwinds zu tun, also wäre es wohl besser, wenn ich nichts sage, bis ich mehr Informationen kriege.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. Citlali should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
Ich danke euch, mir geht's jetzt gut.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now.
Auch wenn die Lage immer noch sehr dringend ist, machst du noch mit Paimon und Citlali eine längere Pause. Rodons Worte halten noch in deinem Kopf nach, während du behältst Citlali weiter im Auge und führst so lange durch.
Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, traveler?
All right, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Auroran is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
Es tut mir so leid, dass ich euch aufhalte.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
So schlimm sind die Fatui nicht. Die sind zwar manchmal ein bisschen grau eingestellt, aber ich kann sie trotzdem eigentlich ausstehen. Und sagen wir ehrlich, wir wissen nicht, wie viele Leute wegen denen draufgegangen sind und ihren komischen Plänen.
Look over there.
Ich meine, selbst wenn man jetzt fällt mir der Name nicht mehr ein.
I don't think she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
Das ist also Auroron. Er sieht genau aus wie ein Königreich der Nacht.
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
Citlali's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? On my count. 3, 2, 1! Still trying to
Fällt mir
resist.
der Name wieder ein.
You've got no idea who you're up against.
Ich meine, selbst wenn sie mit ihren Kids gut umgeht und nicht mehr so schlimm ist, es sind halt fucking Attentäter, Alter. Das kannst du nicht schön sehen.
Illusion shattered.
Teilweise. Nicht alle.
Inazuma shines eternal.
This should be fun.
Be sanctified.
It isn't time for a break yet.
Transfixed.
Can't run from death.
Oh, das sind noch mehr.
Everlasting as the moon.
Oh.
Auroron!
Granny!
Entschuldigung, der hat gerade so selbstbewusst geredet in der vorherigen Sequenz und dann so, oh, Granny.
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eatsley, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you too, Gramps.
Opa.
What did you just call him?
Gramps? Is that not right? You're Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you've got to be Gramps.
Wow, Alter, so dumm muss er sich jetzt auch nicht stellen. Wobei, man muss ja... Ich sag mal so, vom Outfit her muss man schon ein bisschen fragen, was das eigentlich für einen Sinn macht, wenn du nur das halbe Gesicht mit einer Kapuze bedeckst. Ich meine, der Rest ist zwar zerfetzt, ne, aber... Ganz so schlau kann man dann nicht sein, wenn man nur eine halbe Kapuze benutzt. Ich meine, ich benutze auch keinen halben Regenschirm.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorned vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to.
Aurora und Batman. Ah. Die Art, wie er redet, hat sich definitiv verändert, aber es fühlt sich nicht so an, als würde er sich verstellen. Er hat mich gebeten, unser Treffen geheim zu halten und er hat sogar gesagt, dass wir das Citlali zuliebe tun sollen. Man ist also alle, als wären sie dein Onkel und Tanten?
Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Auroron? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake. You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a... They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
So why did you do it?
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey! I'm no ordinary Granny! Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value, and not stop to think? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind, and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I'm sorry.
Forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Auroron, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber with me. I'll need you to explain everything.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you do come face to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is...
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui!
How exactly did the Masters raise this guy?
Oh, right.
Alter, ja. Ihr seid zurückgekehrt und Citlali bringt euch nun in die Kammer des Sprechens, wo ihr alle erzählt, was Auroron zugestoßen ist.
I see. So Auroron came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Citlali's safety.
Ey, bin ich der Einzige, der wo sich denkt, wenn der Typ ein bisschen länger einen Mantel hätte, könnte er ein Zuhälter aus Amerika sein? Es ist doch in diesen Gag-Filmen und so ist das doch, Alter. Das schaut doch voll aus wie so ein Zuhälter-Typ, Alter.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Die Farbe passt nicht. Die haben ja dann meistens eher so lila-weiß und keine Ahnung was.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, Could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report.
Da haben wir doch alle lauter
I'll let you
Bling
know
Bling,
once
Alter.
she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Citlali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Auroron, please report back to the Speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to Shilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Oh, thank you.
Dann zähl ich auf Citlali.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Bye for now. Come with me, Auroron. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Goodbye, Gramps.
Mein neuer Enkelsohn ist ja sehr höflich. Und wo ist der Zuhälter-Typ hin? Kümmert er sich um seine Bitches? Dieser Blick, er versucht wahrscheinlich, mich an mein Versprechen zu erinnern. Er kommt mir nicht wie ein Lügner vor. Wenn ich nicht alles mit eigenen Augen gesehen hätte, wäre ich nie auf die Idee gekommen, dass er hinter dem Rücken von Citlali so viel arrangieren könnte. Was hat er vor?
Oh, we're finally done. All right, it's time to find some grub.
Paimon, ich muss dir etwas sagen.
Huh? What is it, traveler?
Normal sind Nudeln im Angebot.
What?
Wow.
The captain?
Nicht so laut.
Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he didn't attack you? Oh, that Auroron, what is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Citlali and being forced to help the Fatui, when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along.
Wir brauchen noch mehr Infos.
Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together. We still have another whole day before the meeting, so we'll just meet with them when the time comes.
Und so weiter bis zum nächsten Tag, 20 Uhr. Immer diese spezifischen Zeiten. Ha. Genau 20 Uhr. Jetzt bekommt Auroron seine Trachtprügel von Citlali. Wahrscheinlich so, das ist richtig Dresche, Alter. Wo hast du das blaue Auge her? Ich bin gegen eine Türkante gelaufen.
Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Um es erwähnt zu haben, häusliche Gewalt ist nicht gut. Ich König der Löwen nicht aus dem Kopf, wenn ich diese Lieder höre, Alter, das ist so schlimm, ey.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap. What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
Ugh. And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could.
Kommen wir direkt zur Sache.
It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
Es interessiert mich nur für Informationen.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side. If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
Warum?
I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Was ist das für Musik, Alter? Das ist wie so aus dem kitschigen alten Film oder so.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back? If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Tevat, will pay for her mistakes. Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss. We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
Das ist reine Spekulation von dir. Ich finde die Musik schön. Ja, sie ist cool, die Musik, aber sie erinnert mich halt so voll an kitschigen Superschurken-Musik oder so.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa plan?
Warte, das göttliche Herz an sich reißen und die Entscheidung für sie treffen? Bedeutet das etwa, hat das göttliche Herz etwas mit dem Notfallplan zu tun?
I knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged.
Oh, er hat was ganz Böses gesagt. Da ich im Kampf besiegt wurde. Habt ihr teilweise die Diskussionen gesehen, nachdem 5.0 rauskam und die Malwika gegen ihn gekämpft hat und er dann abgehauen ist? Ja, also er hat ja eigentlich nicht verloren, es war ja eher ein Unentschieden und er hat ja seine wahre Macht nicht gezeigt und keine Ahnung was. Boah, ging mir das auf den Sack, Alter, wenn ich sowas gelesen habe. Aber sogar er sagt.
And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Oh.
Someone's here.
Citlali.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
Something? Bad news, chump! It's your granny!
Citlali! When did you get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Colluding with the Fatui? Really?
Armer Aurora. Nein, das war verdient, Alter, wenn du hinterm Rücken vor jemandem was machst.
Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the heck are you up to?
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you a lesson right here and now, I'll...
Ich besorg den Stock, das will ich sehen.
Wait, Citlali!
Oh.
Please calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So, maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Ja, das kann auch noch ein Kind zurecht sein. Was erzählt ihr doch? Ja, freilich, ich will das sehen.
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me? You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Auroron for me, okay?
Unser Gespräch mit dem Kapitän wurde im entscheidenden Moment unterbrochen, aber da Aurora noch hier ist, können wir vielleicht noch einen Rest von ihm erfahren. Keine Reaktionsprobleme. Naja, seien wir ehrlich, wenn du ihr... Was denkst du, was passieren würde, wenn du deinen Eltern vorgaukelst, dass du entführt wurdest? Dann irgendwelchen Offiziellen erzählst, es war ja so und so. Und dann am Ende rauskommt, du hast das ja eigentlich alles gelogen und keine Ahnung was. Sorry, Alter, da könnt ihr jetzt so oder so auf die Fresse kauen, egal was du magst. Wenn du deine Eltern oder sonst irgendwas anschwindest in der Richtung, Alter, in der Größenordnung, gibt's auf die Fresse, Alter, nix damit. Das ist nichts anderes, ist genau dasselbe. Du hast trotzdem jemanden beschissen, egal ob es das Gute war oder das Schlechte.
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Auroron. Use it! Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time. No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Natlan? Really? You're just going to stonewall me?
Stonewall me, habe ich auch noch nicht gehört. Sieht aus, als hätte Aurora nicht die Absicht, ihr zu antworten.
Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this.
Ja, ist schon gut.
You're very kind. Most people would have fled by now. Not everyone can handle Granny's scolding.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me?
Sorry, Granny.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me? You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables! I don't—
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you. Auroron, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
That's not it, Granny.
Irgendwas stimmt mit dieser Stimme nicht.
I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
his voice. Auroron! Where have you gone?
Huh?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
Get back here this instant! Auroron! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Oh, couldn't he have picked up something more useful? Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Whoa, that's a little extreme.
Bin ich dafür.
But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
Ich will aber noch nichts über seine Ziele sagen.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial. Auroron probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. Oh, that brat. I swear.
Capitano muss einen konkreten Plan haben, andernfalls hätte Auroron keinen Grund, ihm weiter zu folgen. Ein weiteres Treffen ist derzeit nicht möglich, daher ging es wohl schneller, wenn wir uns direkt in den Empörung wenden, um zu überprüfen, ob das, was Capitano gesagt hat, stimmt. Außerdem, ich spüre, dass Aurorons Sturheit Citlali tief verletzt hat. Ich muss einen Weg finden, sie zu trösten. Und das ist genau das. Selbst wenn du jemanden beschützen willst, aber wenn du so viel hinter seinem Rücken machst, verletzt du ihn teilweise mehr, als dass du ihm hilfst. Und sei mal ehrlich, das ist ein Standard-Klischee in allen möglichen Spielen. Das habe ich schon so oft gesehen, Alter. Was war das vorhin mit der Verantwortung von Auroron?
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this.
Und sei mal ehrlich, wenn man so viele Spiele kennt, wo das alles schon mal passiert ist, das funktioniert nie. Am Ende helfen doch wieder alle zusammen. Steckt die Lali in den Keller. Ja, aber mit gebrochenem Bein. An der Kette. Und ich will dabei sein.
Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
Oh, right. It's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
Schon gut, wir können unsere Rechnung selbst bezahlen. Paimon hat einen geheimen Essensfonds, sie kann uns einladen.
How did this become Paimonville? Citlali looks quite down on herself. All right. It's on Paimon this time. What's one meal to the best guide into that? So you can just sit back and enjoy, Citlali. Paimon will take care of it.
Das sollte sie nicht wehtun.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks? I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
Are you sure? We can save you some Mora.
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
Sure, that's fine with us, but Paimon doesn't want you to be sad, Citlali.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
Trotzdem soll sie mir nicht wehtun. Man schlägt niemanden. Ey, das sind andere Zeiten. Wir sind hier nicht in der heutigen Gesellschaft. Damals hat's noch Bam, Alter, eine richtig reingegeben. Und seien wir ehrlich, ich bin eigentlich auch nicht dafür, aber es gibt schon manchmal Leute, die es echt brauchen, ey. Auch wenn du es trotzdem nicht tun solltest. Aber sie könnten es brauchen. Gott, wenn ich an den einen Kollegen denke, Alter. Würde ich auch nie machen, ich tue keiner Fliege was zur Leide. Und trotzdem stellt man sich's vor. Ah, so einfach mal ausziehen und bam. Aber nicht machen, nicht machen. Ist nicht gut. Und trotzdem. Aber nicht machen. Und seien wir ehrlich, jeder hier kennt wahrscheinlich einen Kollegen mindestens, wo man sich denkt so, ah, es muss nicht die Beine brechen sein, aber so. Aber trotzdem nicht machen, ich sag's dazu, ne? Ey, Palmer, du bestellst euch Essen und Saft, während Citlali Flaschen und Flasche Wein leert.